Are you a someday kind of girl like I am? Do you have that beautiful dress still hanging in the closet that you're saving for someday or that special occasion? Do you have that box of perfume still wrapped up in its packaging because you're saving it for someday or a special occasion? Well, hopefully, after this video, we all can stop being a someday girl and be an everyday girl. Let's talk about it. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Well, I'm going to confess right up front I am a someday girl, and I don't like it. I need to change it. So, why am I a someday girl? And maybe some of you are too. A lot of it has to do with how we were raised and when we were raised. Now, I'm a baby boomer and I'm almost in my mid 70s, 74 and a half. So, my parents went through the depression and that sticks with them, and then things you learn and hear throughout your growing up years kind of stick with you. So as a baby boomer, we were taught that those special Sunday dresses were for church only. You just wore it to church, you came home, and you hung it back up. You didn't wear it any other time because it had to be a special occasion, like going to church. The same with your new shoes. You got them at Easter, you wore them on Easter, and then maybe you were allowed to wear them to church every Sunday. We had hand me down clothing and clothing that was patched up. If there was a hole in the knee of your pants, you had a patch on it, and things like that. So we were taught good things aren't for every day. They're for someday, special occasion, and things like that. So I think maybe in our age group, this is just what we were raised to believe. And we never got out of it. We just fell into it and stayed there. At least I did. Well, the problem with someday is that someday isn't on the calendar. It is not guaranteed. Life just seems to pass us by so quickly, and before we know it, years have gone by. And things change. Our health changes, we lose loved ones, and the things that we've been saving for that someday are still there years later. We never used it. We never sprayed the perfume. We never used those good dishes that were for special occasions. Now, I had to learn that the hard way, and maybe you have too. That the dress we thought we would wear for that special occasion doesn't fit anymore. And if you've been to enough estate sales, you've seen that people's someday items end up for sale in an estate sale and end up in someone else's hands because they never used it. So let me tell you a little bit about me, this someday girl. I'm going to show you a few pictures or clips. I do my dishes by hand, and those of you that have been with me know that. I do not use a dishwasher. I wash and dry dishes. So I'm doing dishes all the time, and I love it. But here's my problem. I can't get rid of my old ratty dish towels and dishcloths. Now I have a drawer full of beautiful, beautiful colors of dish towels or tea towels, whatever you call them, and dish rags. I'm telling you, I know I have over 20 of each. Well, I want you to take a look at these rags that I pulled out. These are dish rags. I hope you can see there's like a bleach stain on this one. And on this one, there's a little bit of bleach stains here from who knows what. I probably used something to clean something that contained bleach. This yellow one is faded, and look, the threads are starting to come out and there's a teeny hole in it. And this one, bleach stains on it. So you get the picture. All right, now I want you to look down in this drawer. In this drawer, I have at least 20 brand new tea towels to dry my dishes, and at least 20 dish rags to wash my dishes. These are all brand new, really nice. See, this is double rowed, so I have got lines stacked on each side, 2 layers, 2 layers. And then here's some extras in the middle. So here's a perfect example of me with that mindset. Well, I'll save it for someday because I don't want to get these dirty or have stains or, get frayed. I'm saving these ones for someday. And in the interim, I keep using these old, faded, spotted old dish rags. That's ridiculous. And dish rags aren't expensive. You can get a pack of 3 or 4 for $3.99 or so at Ross or TJ Maxx or somewhere like that. But every time I go to pull out a new clean dish towel and a wash rag, dish rag, then if these are clean and they're rolled up too and they're in the drawer, I'm going to take this one out because I'm saving these for someday. So I had to tell on myself, and I wanted to make the point about this video. And I'm going to promise myself and you all that from here on in, these are going in the rag bag. These are the ones I'm going to use, even though they're brand new. If they start looking bad, they'll get put in a rag bag and I'll go out and spend $3.99 and buy a new pack of dishcloths or dish towels. And yet my 3 or 4 raggedy, ripped up looking ones, I keep reusing them. I wash them, and then when I go to get in the drawer to get a clean dish towel and dishcloth, I won't grab the new one because I'm saving them for someday, for maybe when I have company and I want to bring out a pretty dish towel. Now, is that the stupidest thing you ever heard of? Hanging on to these old, decrepit, shredded, nasty looking dish towels and dish rags because I don't want to use the new ones because I'm saving them. Another thing I do is if I get any, like some new clothes, maybe pants or a shirt, shoes, could be jewelry, anything, I don't wear it because I'm saving it for someday. When am I going to get it through my head that the someday is now? At 74 years old, I need to be celebrating myself and my life each and every day. It doesn't matter if I'm not leaving the house or going to something special, but yet I'll put on the same old clothes. I'll look at the new ones. I love them, but oh, well, it's not a special event today, so why would I wear that just to, be home or go to the drugstore or something like that? Well, I should because I deserve it, but yet I don't. So I'll show you a couple pictures of, oh, I don't know, a couple pair of pants I got a good year, maybe year and a half ago. They're not dressy pants. I mean, you wouldn't wear them to like a special occasion. They're just new. They're just new and they look nice. And there they hang in the closet. because I'm saving them. I do that with shoes, which I could be wearing, but I don't. I'll wear my old scuffed up shoes and save the other ones for someday. So here is an example of what I do with my clothes and how I save them as well. These are a pair of white cotton pants. Golly, I got them for a great price. I think they were 29, looks like 99. Got them for $9. They're thin, they're really nice. I could have wore them all summer. But did I? No. I'm saving them for what? I don't know. And then these are a pair of pants from Walmart. They're made by Lee, and they're casual. They have a very wide leg, which I think I'm gonna like. And I'm not sure what they're made out of. It's better than like sweat pants material, but it's not dressy at all. And I've had these, I think 2 years now. And of course, I'm saving them. Why wear them? Just in the house. And then here's a top. It's really cute. It is like a sweater material, but it's sleeveless. Could be wearing that this summer. $19 for $9.50. This came from either Marshall's or Ross. I know how to shop, girls. I get the deals. And I'll show a pair of shoes as an example. These are a pair of white cowgirl boots. You all that have been with me a long time know how much I love cowgirl boots. Those are the shoes I wear when I have shoes on and not slippers. I have, oh, two or three other pair of white cowgirl boots, and of course I've had them for years. They're kind of getting a little, grungy looking. They've seen their better days. But have I worn these? No. They're really nice. They zipper. They're the perfect heel for me. And they have these little sparkly studs on them, which I love. And guess what? I'm saving them. And if I buy jewelry, which is always costume jewelry, and I'll see like a little necklace I really love, it's real dainty, just kind of nondescript, just what I like. It might only be $7. I'll buy it. I really, really love it, and I don't put it on because, well, that one's shiny and new. I better save that for a special occasion that might come up someday. Oh my gosh, what am I thinking? Does anybody else do this? Do any of you live like this or fall into that same trap? It's something that I really struggle with, but I am bound determined to let that go and start wearing and using the things I have because the someday is now. It's in the everyday, ordinary days. Our days are certainly numbered when we are seniors or get up in our 70s and beyond. We might uh, be blessed enough to live to 80, 90, or even 100. But, if we only make it to 80 or 85, golly, 85, that's like 10 years from now for me. So, how long am I going to let those clothes just stay in the closet, on the hanger, waiting for that someday? These are just casual clothes that I could be wearing right now, and I need to start doing that. First of all, when you have something nice on, even if you're just hanging around the house that day or cleaning, running the sweeper, doing dishes, maybe laundry, nothing heavy, but everyday cleaning. Why can't you have on a pair of nice, say, sweatpants or khaki pants or casual pants? Why do I feel like, well, I'll just put my old ones on? I'm my own worst enemy. We always feel better when we look better. And I think all of us know that. Now, having this kind of mentality that, I have to save something for someday or a special occasion is really disruptive to your life in many ways. Say, for example, lipstick. I don't buy name brand expensive stuff, luxury stuff. I get my lipsticks at the drugstore, and it's usually Revlon or Maybelline. So you might pay $6.99 for a tube of lipstick. I might find the perfect color. I absolutely love it. It goes perfect with my complexion, my hair. It's just me. But do I wear it every day? No, because I'm saving it for when I go out, like out to shopping somewhere, to a store, or if we go to Savannah one day to go to the mall or something like that. Why? Why do I do that? $7 isn't bad for a tube of lipstick, and a tube can last you, quite a few months. I can think of so many little ways that I do this and where my mind goes. Say coffee cups. I love pretty coffee cups, and I might pick one or two up here and there. I've cut back because I've downsized so much. But when I was getting coffee cups, I would get the prettiest ones. And I thought, oh, this is just going to feel good drinking a cup of coffee out of this cup. It went in the cupboard. I wouldn't use it. Well, I don't want to get the inside stained, do I? No. So I'll save that for someday. I'll just use this old coffee cup that looks like it's been through the war and I've had it for 10 years. I'll buy some new sheets because mine are looking a little worn or dingy looking from being washed so many times. I get the sheets. I don't put them on the bed. I put them in the closet because, well, I can use these old ones for a little while longer. I mean, they're clean. Just because they're dingy looking and maybe not comfortable doesn't mean I can't use them. So they go back on the bed, and the good ones are put away for someday. I think we do a lot of things or don't do a lot of things because we say we're going to do them someday. It could be for our health. We might think, well, we need to make changes. Maybe we feel like we need to eat better or do this or that or exercise more, whatever it may be. And we're always going to start that someday. Never today, but someday. The same with just our growth or spiritual growth and how we treat other people, how we want to be in the world out there. It's all in our head. We know what we want to be, how we want to present, and how we should present. And we're going to make that change. We're going to be better. But it turns into a someday thing. So I think it's time for a shift. For any of you other girls out there that are someday kind of girls like I am, you might want to think about making the shift with me. Put that pretty dress on. Wear it just if you're going to the store, if you go to the grocery store or out to lunch or something. Even if it's a casual restaurant, casual place, there's nothing that says you can't wear that new dress. Wear it. Wear it today. And put your pretty jewelry on just because. Just because, say, today is Friday. Well, okay, I'm going to wear it because it's Friday. That's all. That's all I have to think about. I don't have to think about anything else. And if you have a favorite perfume and it's still sitting in the box, wear it every day. while you're cleaning, while you're on your hands and knees, while you're mopping floors. Wear it for you, to make you feel good, to celebrate yourself. We have earned the right to enjoy the best that we have. Life really is too short, so today is enough. And the special occasion, if you woke up this morning, if you're still breathing, if you can still walk, talk, and do what you need to do, there's your special occasion, right, girls? So when you get up tomorrow, when I get up tomorrow, open the closet and pick out something nice. It doesn't have to be fancy. It's just something other than you would wear just being home all day. You know, put your nice shoes on or nice piece of jewelry or whatever. Make today special enough. Life's beauty isn't in the big moments. It's in the everyday, ordinary day moments that we all have, that we're all blessed enough to have. Stop waiting for someday because someday may not come, and we are worth celebrating today. I have lost people in my life that had that someday mentality just like I do. They had nice things, nice sheets, nice dish towels, nice clothes, perfume, whatever it may be. But they thought like I did. They were saving it for someday. And unfortunately, their someday never came because they got sick. And it was a terminal illness. And they got sick so fast that they couldn't enjoy those things. They couldn't do anything anymore. They were in constant pain. They were mentally exhausted. All they could do is lay in bed, receive treatments, get sick, be exhausted. And they never got to wear the pretty nightgown they bought for themselves that they were saving for someday. And where did they end up wearing it? At their funeral, on their deathbed, as they're being taken away from the house. That's what you put on them, that pretty nightgown. That's what happened with my sister. And she had a favorite nightgown. She loved it. It was comfortable, it was short, adjustable straps, the kind like I wear, but it was the prettiest colors in it and different shades of oranges. It went so good with her complexion. So the day that she passed away, and the nurse came from hospice, and we gave her a sponge bath and all that, and we dressed her in that nightgown. So she did get to wear it, but unfortunately, it was on a someday that none of us ever wished to come or have to face. Anyhow, I don't want to get all sad, so let me quit talking about that. But you get my point, I'm sure. All right, let me leave you with an inside beauty tip. My inside beauty tip comes from Ecclesiastes 3:12 through 13. I know that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and to do good while they live, that each of them may eat and drink and find satisfaction in all their toil. This is the gift of God. This verse reminds us that enjoying life right now, today, is not frivolous. In fact, it's God's design. He wants us to have joy and happiness now with the days that we have been given, not for some future that we're just imagining. Our inside beauty grows when we stop postponing joy. So when we allow ourselves to really enjoy the little luxuries that we have that have been gifted to us, we're not being selfish. We are honoring the life that God gave us right here and right now. I need to take this advice to heart, probably more than anybody else out there, because I am so guilty of doing this, of waiting for someday. So I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm going to make some changes, and I'm going to show the Lord how much I appreciate what I do have. And I know He feels I'm worthy of it, I deserve it, and He wants me to have a full life and enjoy it and feel the joy that it brings you by just maybe putting on a little perfume or your favorite lipstick. So I hope if you're a someday girl like me, you can start making the change as well. I thank you so much for being here today. I truly do appreciate it. And until we meet again, this is the old girl signing out. See ya.